Lamplight presents The Cornish Guest House by Emma Burstall. Narrated by Georgia Maguire. Chapter 1. The radio came on at 7 as usual, and Hazel lay in bed, eyes closed, only half listening to the random mix of news, music, and jokey banter. At moments like this, she could almost fancy herself back in the family home, when her children had still been of the age when they'd bounce up the moment they woke, not yet having morphed into grumpy teenagers. She'd hear them messing around, laughing and shouting, sometimes wailing because one or other had overstepped the mark, so that she'd have to get up herself and pad next door to sort out the argument. She used to grumble that they never allowed her a moment's peace, but what she'd give now to be hurrying downstairs to make them breakfast. "Chop, chop," she'd call, "or you'll be late for school." Lights on, if it was still dark outside, kettle on, the rattle of knives, forks and spoons in the cutlery drawer, the smell of toast. The kids crashing in. They always made such a racket, slurping down glasses of juice or mugs of tea, racing out again to clean teeth, put on coats, and pick up bags in the hall. "See you at 3:30, she'd say, pausing a moment to take each precious head in turn between her two hands and plant a kiss on top. Once they'd vanished, she'd go back inside to clear up the mess of cereal, spilled milk, crumbs and sticky jam, wondering what to do for tea, thinking she'd better get her skates on or she'd be late for work herself. Now it was just her and her four walls. If it weren't for the radio, the silence would deafen her. She reached for her glasses on the bedside table by the clock radio and heaved herself up to sitting. She had been useful back then. Hadn't needed to question why she was here. What for? Her purpose had been to look after Jackie and Roy, do the right thing by them, and be a good wife to Barry, of course. But he was gone, and the children had families of their own. Even the grandchildren were grown up. Nobody needed her, not really. If she stayed in bed all day, it wouldn't make a difference. She sighed. It was no good thinking like that, no good at all. Besides, Jackie might pop in on her way back from work, and she'd be horrified to find Mum in her nightclothes. She'd probably threaten to call the doctor.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?